Hi guys, Jen here from Positively 5-Star Training. I'm out here letting my guys run off some energy before bed tonight, but I wanted to come on really quickly and talk to you about two really common mistakes that I'm seeing from dog owners when they're trying to teach their dog the command, come. Now, if we can correct these two things, it's going to give you a lot higher success rate in teaching your dog a solid recall. Come! Good boys. Monster, stop. Sit. Good boy. Stop. Come. Yes. All right, we are all back home and settled. Oh, hi. So one of the first mistakes that we make when we're teaching our dog the recall command come is we make a negative association with that command. If we're waiting to call our dog to us until it's to do something that they don't particularly want to do, like for instance, if your dog's out doing something they really enjoy, like playing with other dogs or playing at the park, maybe even just enjoying your backyard, and you call them to you, come, all the fun's over, it's time to go home now, or come, it's time to take your medicine, come, it's time to get in your crate for the night. Of course, those are just some general examples that may or may not apply to your dog, but the point here is that we don't want to make a negative association with the command come. Instead, we want to start out training that command by making a positive association where our dog assumes coming to us is going to result in something positive happening. And there's lots of exercises that we can implement to get our dog to start being motivated to come to us. One of those being, practicing calling your dog to you, rewarding your dog for coming to you, lots of praise, you want to have treats on hand for this, and then letting them go right back to what they were doing, letting them see that coming to you is just checking in, they're getting a reward, they're getting lots of praise, and then they can go right back to playing. It doesn't mean that all the play is over. So my personal recommendation is to take as many opportunities as you can throughout the day to call your dog to you. Just give them lots of love, praise, treats, playtime, their favorite toy. Come. Oh, good boys. Come. And then let them go right back to what they are doing. I would start these exercises inside the home without distractions until you build up kind of a solid foundation before we move outside or add in additional distractions. And that's going to bring me to one of the second most common mistakes I see dog owners making when teaching their dog the recall command, come. I like to call this one wasting our command. And what I mean by wasting our command is giving a command that we have absolutely no way to enforce before our dog is predictable with that command. So for instance, if your dog escapes out the front door or gets off of their leash or is just clear across the park and you decide to start yelling out come before your dog is predictable in their recall and your dog looks at you and decides to kind of tell you to shove it and just takes off, usually what ends up happening is we're chasing our dog now, and this becomes a game, and guess who's leading that game? Your dog is now in charge, your dog is the leader, and you're chasing your dog around fairly foolishly with a command that you absolutely cannot enforce, and they know is not a command. It's now become a suggestion. So after we've been working towards building a positive association with the command come inside our home without distractions, we are going to want to move this to outside. We're going to start again with very little distractions, if any, and we're going to start with a leash. So we're not going to be yelling out come to our dog or giving our dog off-leash freedom until they are predictable. We're going to use a leash, we're going to tell our dog to come, we're going to enforce that command with the leash by guiding our dog into us, offering lots of praise and reward the same way we were doing inside the house, and then letting them go with a loose leash again. Come. And you're going to eventually work up to longer and longer distances. So they do sell 20-foot leashes and on at Walmart, on Amazon. So you can gradually give your dog more and more space and distance between the two of you, but your dog is going to recognize very quickly that this is a command, and even though they're gaining some distance from you, they do still have to follow your command because you have a way to enforce it. It's not a suggestion. Come. Yes, good girl. All right, you guys, I am trying to keep these videos as short and sweet as possible, but still informative so I don't bore you to tears. I hope you found these tips helpful. I have all kinds of guidance and tips for on and off leash training, but unfortunately I can't cram all of that into one small video. So if you do find yourself having additional questions or wanting additional guidance, please reach out to a local trainer. If you're in Utah, I would be happy to help you. I service the entire Salt Lake Valley, and I do offer single sessions for people that just want guidance but don't want to be locked into expensive training packages. I will link all of my information below, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Happy training.